Hello and welcome to today's live lesson. Welcome to AM Language. This is Richie. Well, I am Richie. And welcome to today's lesson. If you want to find out how you can have live lessons, physical lessons at AM Language, make sure you click on the links below, especially the one to the website, so you can find out more. As always, guys, please make sure that you follow in the live chat section. And that's if you're watching live or watching later. But the live chat section or the live chat area is where the action happens. So make sure you follow me there. Well, you follow the lesson there. It's Wednesday, and today is impersonal passive. Or should I say, it's the impersonal passive. So that's what we're going to look at today. Now, yesterday we just looked at the passive, but unfortunately, I had some problems uploading, going live with the video. So not everyone was able to find it. But today that shouldn't be the same case. What I would say is, guys, is that I'm going to take you through this, but impersonal passive is really good, a bit of knowledge when it comes to academic writing. Now, I know that some of you recently have been taught elements of the of how to use the impersonal passive, but it's really important when it comes to writing formally and academic papers. Irina F says, good afternoon, privyet, Irina F. Good afternoon. Welcome to today's lesson. Alejandra, lovely to see you here. Buenas tardes. Buenas tardes. Yes, no, buenas tardes. Welcome to today's lesson. Nice to see you again. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're enjoying Malta. And yeah, I hope you've been in Malta now for quite some time. So I know that you've progressed through the levels. So well done for that. Irina F, I hope you're having a good day. Hope you're having a good week as well. Thank you for being with us once again, as always. What I would say is, as always, now we're entering sort of like the winter months sort of thing, but there's still lots of things to look at in Malta in terms of activities. However, things are probably looking a little bit difficult at the moment due to coronavirus numbers. But on a positive note, in the UK, I read today that some positive news in terms of a vaccine, and a vaccine is people are going to start receiving a vaccine in the UK in December next month. It will be for essential workers like doctors and nurses, but it's a positive step. There's optimism there. So we have someone new here, and I don't know how to say your name very well. So if I get it wrong, I apologize. Adrim, maybe. Welcome to today's lesson. Welcome to the channel. Please make sure, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. Debek, welcome back to the lesson. Thank you very much for joining from Kazakhstan. Alida, buenos dias from where you are in the world, in Patagonia. Welcome to today's lesson. Thank you for joining. So let's get to it. Let's look at the impersonal passive. What are we doing? Why do we use it? And why should we use it when speaking as well? So let's start off. I'm going to give you an example in terms of a sentence, and then we can look at the structure. So let's go with this example here. Okay, I'm going to put it over here. And then let's look at the structure. So here I've put, it is reported that the defense minister is to resign. Now, resign, in case you don't know, is the word we use when someone is in a position, let's say in government, and they decide to stop being in that position. A synonym of resign would be step down, for example. Okay, so for instance, it's not because you lose an election, it's you choose to stop uh, being in that role. So that's what we mean. This is the sort of language you would see in journalism, for example. So what is the structure that we're looking at here? Um, this is the structure. It's it plus the passive verb. It is reported that the defense minister is to resign. Okay, so you've got it, you've got the passive verb, which means you have the past participle. In this case, is reported, and then you've got the clause, such as the minister is to resign. So that is the structure. What we're doing here is we're going along with the idea of reporting what other people have said. So in simple form, it is said that. So that is the structure. Um, it's like the saying, um, it is said that the minister is to resign. So that is the basic structure. Let's see how you guys do with some more examples. Here is another example over here. So there is a report that the defense minister is to resign. So what we can see here, this is the normalized version. This is the normal version. There's no passive verb here. In the sense, there is a report that the defense minister is to resign. So that's your normalized sentence. So let's have a little look at some ideas, because I want to focus primarily on that structure. So let's give you another example using the main structure above. So we've got, it is reported that the weather is going to be bad, for example. So that's another way of doing it. It is said that planes might be delayed. Okay, here I've used a passive within my actual clause. So this is the structure. Now, one or two other forms that we could go with, just to make sure that we don't overlook anything. How about this? It is reported, it is said, it is argued that X, Y, and Z won't happen, for example. So this is what we are dealing with here. You're going in with this structure. It, passive verb, past participle. That's what we're going with. So I'm now going to write some incomplete sentences. It is known, it is heard, it is said. You could go on, but you're going to have to use that verb. So let's have a go. I'm going to write some incomplete sentences. I'm going to give you an idea of the verbs that you need to use, and then you guys can try and complete the sentence. So, for example, we have will... So you've got here one. You need to use the verb report that the government will lose the election. What you're then going to do here is you would write, it is reported that, okay, and that's how you do it. That's all you need to do. But I will always give you an idea of what the main verb needs to be. So let's go for it. Number 2. What do you think the answer is for this one? Let's go with... Okay, number 3. And number 4. Okay, let's see what you guys go with. So De Burke has come in with it is thought. For number 2, do you guys agree? Do you think that's correct? De Burke said it is said. Okay. De Burke is off to a flying start here, coming in with answers quickly. Igrin agrees with De Burke that it's thought. A leader agrees as well. Sandro, guten Tag. Welcome to today's lesson. Thank you for joining. It is thought, it is said. Okay, guys, so far we agree really on the first, on 2 and 3. It is thought, it is said, and now I can see some of you agreeing already with number 4, which is it is expected. Excellent. Bravo, marvelous. That's exactly what it is. It is expected, yeah. So those are some really good terms to know, and that's how you can start your sentence, especially in academic papers. It is also used a lot when you read newspapers or journals or anything like that, because you're giving arguments. That's why. You're not giving your personal argument, you are reporting other people's arguments. So we're off to a really good start. Now, let's look at another element here, which is, and I'm going to go with, here we go. Let's go with this example here, because there's another structure now that we need to look at, okay? And this structure here is known as two infinitive impersonal passives. Now, don't worry, I'm going to explain it to you. This is the structure that we need to know about. The subject plus passive verb, so be plus past participle, and the infinitive in some form. Now, let's look at, I'm going to give you some examples here. So, it is claimed that the group is living abroad. We've got the claim that the group is living abroad. You've got, here's another one. The group is claimed to be living abroad. So you've got this sort of structure here. Once again, what's important to remember is that you're going with, you're turning that, you've got that, in this case, you've got the verb claim. So you're turning that into claimed, the past participle. And you're going in with your structure. And this is what it is, really. I think one of the key elements here is that if you're going to put the whole subject first, for example, let's say you decide that the subject of your sentence is going to be the group, you put the group at the beginning. If you think the subject of your sentence is the claim, you put claim at the beginning. And that is an important thing. You need to decide what is going to be your subject. Is it the claim? Is it the argument? Or is it the group? Is it the hospital? Is it the army? I'm going to give you another comparison here just to show you guys how this works. So we could say, like before, we could say something like, it is thought that the group is going to break up, for example. In this case, the subject is the thought. That's what we're talking about, is his thought that the group, that is now what we're really talking about, is going to break up. So you can put that there. However, let's say you want to go straight in with the group. Okay, that's what you want to go with. You can then say the group is thought to be performing in Brazil later this month. So you can always play around. You can go with the subject, let's say what you're really wanting to talk about, such as the group, the government, the football team, the holiday. You can put that at the beginning. But if you put that at the beginning, you then still need to use your passive form. However, just like we did at the start of the lesson, you can go in slightly differently. You can say it is thought, it is claimed, it is argued. So you can change them around. That's not a problem. You can change them around. So let's try this activity. We're going to try and change these things around. And we need to think about the verb formations as well. So you've got, let me show you how this is going to work. You've got 1A, such as, so that's 1A, and then we've got 1B, which will look like this. Okay, so that is what the questions will look like. And then you need to go with this, for example. So you might say 1A will be, it is thought. And then you can then say 1B is the company. Yes, Alejandro, you are correct, is thought. Okay, so that's how you can answer these questions. And Alejandro, well done. You are very quick to come in with the correct answer. So let's look at this. 2A. Yes, Alida, that is correct. So let's have a little look. Yes, Debug, that's correct. Okay. And 3A. Uh, okay, some good answers coming in here. Okay, so let's see what you guys are answering. Okay, so Alejandra, Sandra, Alejandra, um, sorry, Alida. Okay, you've all got the first one correct. Yes, it is an Enderbeck. Yes, it is claimed. That's correct. So two is it is claimed that McDonald's is opening a new branch in the area. Excellent. Then if we look at 2B, you guys are saying, what are you guys saying? McDonald's is claimed to be opening a new branch. McDonald's is claimed. Yes. Good. Excellent. Well done, guys. Excellent work there. So then we've got 3A. Have any of you managed to done complete 3A yet? No, not quite yet. But okay, so you guys got two correct. That's good. Well done. Um, After this, we'll then start to try and build the rest of the sentence, because I do want to look at the rest of that sentence, of the structure that you need to go with, and we can break that down a little bit to make sure that we can create the whole sentence ourselves, which can be a little bit difficult to do at times. Okay, so far all of you are doing very well. Let me know what your answers are for 3A. You've got something report. So Sandra's come in with 3A. It is reported that BMW are launching a new car. De Berg says a new car is reported. Well, to be launched at the end of the month. Yes, you can go for that. If you do know the name of the company, such as BMW, you can then say BMW is reported to be launching a new car at the end of the month. So those are your options there. So really well done. Some excellent answers. So anyone watching later, if you want to know what the answers are, just look at what everyone is doing in the live chat section. So far, everyone is getting the answers right, which is excellent. It's great to see, and it shows that okay, we can understand what we're going for here. So just let me know, guys, what you think for. I just want to see a couple more answers for 3B. But yeah, we've got. So it is claimed that McDonald's is opening a new branch in the area. McDonald's is claimed to be opening a new store in the area. We've got BMW. It is reported that BMW are launching a new car, and we've got 3B, which is BMW is reported to be launching a new car at the end of the month. So that is those are the answers to that one. I'll just put in the answer for 3B. BMW is reported to. Okay, and that's how we go about it. So now let's look at the rest of these sentences. Yes, Sandra, BMW is reported to be launching a new car at the end of the month. So with that, let's have a little look at these last two sentences, because I think these two sentences in particular are good sentences to use to explain the next bit. So we've got, it is reported. What we can see here, okay, we've got this structure. So we've got your subject. Well, in this case, you've got it plus passive verb plus, and then we go in with what we're really talking about here, which is the subject. Then we're moving into what we can see here would be a present continuous structure. So you've got it, passive verb, subject, and the present continuous. So now I'm going to break this down even more. I'm not just going to leave it at the term the clause. I want you guys to make sure that you get each little bit correct. So the other alternative is when we start with the subject itself. Let's say we're going to go straight in with what we really want to be talking about, which is the subject plus passive verb structure plus to be plus verb ing. Okay, so this is the gerund really. Okay, so with this one here, I'm just going to put this in here so you guys can see. So breaking this down even further, I know that this is quite difficult. So I do worry that I might end up confusing you guys because I don't have a board, and it might sound sometimes that I might not be completely clear. But I think if I do it this way, it will be very clear. It's always harder to explain these things verbally than just showing you. And not having a board is a bit difficult. So let's now look at this second part. BMW is reported to be launching. Okay, so you got to be and the gerund, the verb form here. In this case, to be, we've got this verb ing. To be doing, to be going. Actually, I'm going to take away one thing there because I don't want to confuse anyone. Just in case, I just want to go for an even simpler version. Just verb ing. That's an easier way to think about it. So let's have a go. I'm now going to hand this over to you guys to try and complete the remaining of the sentence. So if we were to write this, for example, 1A, we write 1, okay. Let's say you see this. Okay, you would then have to write for 1, you would have to write to be launching. If, however, you see a structure like this, you then need to go with this, okay? Let me do that again because I forgot to put in what, no, let me do that again. Okay, so there we go. That's actually technically 2. And I'd still put in the verb that you need to use. Okay, you would then need to say for number 2 is launching. Okay, so let's have a go. Can we do this? So we're going to go with 3. We're going to start from number 3. Let's go with that. Five. And 6. Okay, guys, let's see how you guys do. You got to go with 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let's see how you guys do. 3, 4, 5, 6. This time we just need to complete the extra bit of the actual thing. So Arena F has gone with 3, saying and a leader. So Arena F has said it is claimed that EasyJet is cancelling flights, and EasyJet are said to be cancelling flights next month. A leader said is cancelling, to be cancelling. Okay, is going. Oh right, okay, you've all right. So a leader's given more answers there. She's given the answer to 5, which is going, yes, and 6 to be holding. Well done, Alida. De Burke has gone with are cancelling and to be cancelled. Oh, sorry, to be cancelling. Yes, EasyJet are said to be cancelling. Yep, very good. And 5 is going to be is going to, yes, that makes sense. And 6 to be holding elections. Okay. Wow. Good stuff, guys. Excellent. That looks pretty good. In case you're wondering, whenever you talk about companies, in case you're wondering, is it is or is it are, it does depend if you are referring to the company as a group of individuals, as a team, or if you're referring to the company as a single unit. If it's a single unit, it is is. If it's a group, then it's going to be are. Excellent. Okay. Right. Now, let's move on to the next one. And this is going to probably be a little bit harder. This time, I'm going to ask you guys to try and create the whole pretty much the whole sentence. I'm just going to give you some ideas of how to complete the sentence. So let's say I go with 1, okay, over here. and you can create it in whichever way you want to. But I'm just going to write the subject is Ryanair cancelling flights. Okay, so then you would have to write a sentence that talks about that, such as it. So you would then say the answer would be something like, it is reported that Ryan am I saying? Yes. Ryanair. There we go. Ryanair. It is reported that Ryanair are cancelling flights. Okay, so then that would be your answer, the whole thing. So here we go. Let's see what you guys come out with. Let's go with. Okay, let's go with this. So the subject for number 2 is Apple launch new phone. Subject for number 3 can be and number 4. Just trying to think of company. Amazing when you try to think of a company and all of a sudden you can't think of a name. There's so many companies. There we go. Thought of one now. Oh, Deberka said, it is said that Ryanair are cancelling their flights. Ryanair is said to be cancelling flights. Okay. A leader has gone with, it is reported that Apple is launching a new phone. Good. Excellent. Those sentences are perfectly good. They work out quite well. The only thing I would say here is, Debek, you don't need their flights because we know that it's their flights. So you don't need their. I mean, it's not wrong to put there, but it's probably an extra word. You could just say cancelling flights. Usually, when we're reporting something like airlines, we don't need to necessarily put there. We can just say cancelling flights. But those are very good sentences. So well done, Deberk. Well done, sorry, Deberk. A leader, it is reported that Apple is launching a new phone. Excellent. That works very well. A leader, it is said that Audi is releasing a new car next month. Excellent. Yeah, that's a good sentence. Would anyone else like to come in with their own sentences? Feel free to play around. Try and put the company at the start. The subject at the start of the sentence. Yeah, you could try creating a sentence with Audi at the beginning. But this is effectively what you need to know about the impersonal passive. You can go with the structure, these two kind of structures. You just need to make sure that if you're going to go with the subject, let's say the name of the company first, you then need to be thinking about, okay, if I go with the company first, this is how the rest of the sentence changes. If I go with it is reported, it is claimed, it is thought, it is argued, then I need to go with this structure afterwards. Debeck says, it is reported that Apple are launching a new phone. Yes, Apple is reported to be launching a new phone. Correct. Excellent. Lead has put, it is claimed that Zara is closing shops. And Zara is claimed to be closing shops. Yeah, I mean, that works perfectly well. Those are good answers. And that's it. That's what the impersonal passive is. It doesn't, I mean, the thing about when you look at anything in grammar, like the passive or the impersonal passive, is that it sounds complicated. And when you break things down into its little structures, it can be a little bit confusing. But it's all about building up and trying to put things together, because grammar is fairly consistent and it's going to be quite logical as well. So once we know the basics, we can then achieve the rest, and then we can really sort of build our own sentences. So really well done, guys. Feel free to come out with any of your own other examples if you want to ask me a question. Is it a more formal writing? Yes, this is formal writing. So when do you use the informal passive? You use it when you're writing formally, academic writing, journalism, essay writing. That's when you would use it. And you can also use this when debating formally. So this is formal language. Debek says, it is thought that Zara is closing shops. Zara is thought to be closing shops. Excellent. That works as well. Okay, guys, if you have enjoyed this video and you have found this video helpful, please make sure you like the video. Give it a thumbs up and make sure that you share the video with people you know who want to learn English. Please also make sure that if you're new, to subscribe to the channel as well. That always helps. Let's see if we can get close to, in the next 2 weeks, I want to see if we can get to 515, 520 subscribers. So guys, yeah, like I said, when talking about grammar, it can be a bit confusing. And for the teacher, when you don't have a board, it can be a bit confusing when you're just speaking, which is why it's important to have the visual. And luckily, there's the live chat whereby I can give you that visual element. Debek says, thanks for helping with details. You're welcome, Debek. So guys, thank you very much for your contribution today. Thank you, Debek, for your contribution. Thank you, Alida. Well done today as well. Irina F, thank you very much for your contribution as well. Some really good sentences. Sandra, lovely to see you again. Thank you very much. Igrim, thank you very much for your contribution today. Welcome to the channel, and thank you very much for your participation in the lesson today. Who else? Alejandra, thank you very much for your participation as well. Thank you for joining the lesson as well. It's always nice to see you here. So yeah, guys, thank you very much. You're welcome, Alida. You're welcome, Debek. You're welcome, Irina F. And you're welcome, Sandra. Thank you very much. Have a great evening as well. Take care. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow with another live lesson at the same time, 4 o'clock, with more language to help you guys to improve your English. The thing about these YouTube lessons is that it's not a normal lesson. So instead of going in with just a topic, I can go straight in and I can tackle things like grammar, pronunciation to a degree. It's a bit difficult, but vocabulary. There doesn't have to be a set topic. So we can go straight in and look at the really sort of things that can be a little bit difficult. Okay, guys, thank you very much, and bye for now. See you tomorrow.